Wow. All right. Took forever to go live, so I did not plan on coming on tonight. So, but I had some real critical stuff come up last minute. So, hey, I want to talk a little bit. So it's Sunday, March something. I don't know, man. I wish this shit was not going on. Sunday, March 22nd, evening time for everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. I know you're not. So it's just a stupid thing to say. So, hey, still the same thing that I can talk about in the wearing my New York hat. So, never been to New York until I think it was 3 years ago, maybe 4. And my youngest daughter went with me. And yeah, so hey, she's right there. That's when they were younger. Anyway, really enjoyed New York. I got some good news, positive, and some bad news, negative. So this is a Q&A. I'm finding out, I'm talking to my friends and family and my contacts, and I'm finding out that a lot of people still believe that, I don't know how they believe it. So it's just hard for me to comprehend and then pass it along. So a lot of people think this is a recession, and I just got some questions for you. So, if you're my age, early 50s, Aaron Haywood, hey, what's up? Thanks for hopping in. Damn, I got 10 people already watching. Thank you guys so much. I promise I'm going to get around to promoting that it's coming up in the future. Oh, that's cool. It's showing up in the thing. Hey, at your local Harbor Freight, I don't know if this works good or not, but they still have them, and they were surprised that they still had them. So it was $15. It's a 1.5 watt solar battery charger. Like, I don't know, maybe phone, maybe camera, maybe whatever. I don't know. All right, we got people in. So hey, thanks. People think this is a recession. I just have some questions for you if you think this is a slowdown, a recession, or whatever. What's up, Willie? What's up? I don't know how to say your name. Tikaka Honoric. Hey, Aaron. Oh, and Twisted Silver Tongue. That's cool. Cool name. When's the last time a recession came in your life? If you've been on this, in this realm, in this Sims version for any period of time, and the president comes on daily before people start getting laid off, before the economy starts going to crap. I don't even know where to go. I don't know where to go with this. How would you think this is a recession? Like, when's the last time the government in a recession? So I've been on this place for quite a while. Did not understand the first recession. I was young, having fun. I'm just under the drinking age, just over, maybe whatever, right in there. So, enjoying life and all that stuff. And then as each one comes along, you see the signs a little bit sooner, a little bit sooner, a little bit sooner. Hence why I saw this one 2 years ago going, something's coming, and it ain't a recession. I mean, we got the government shutting businesses down, shutting commerce down. That's a recession. So I don't know. I'm trying to tell people, damn, I got a lot of people in and everybody's commenting. That's great. Not a recession. No way. No way. Stock market collapsed 35% in 2 weeks. And I know the stock market is not the economy, but you know what it is? You got a body in the ER. You got a loved family member, and you got some shit attached to him. And the main thing you got is you got the heartbeat thing, dunk, 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 dunk. That's the stock market. The body's right in front of you. You can see the body, you can analyze the body, you can see what's going on. And the heartbeat's telling you how, so maybe they're laying there and they're sleeping and you don't know how bad it is. but the heartbeat is the signal of are things really bad or not really bad? That's what the stock market is. It's not the economy, people. Trump has tried to pump it as the stock market's the economy. And it's a percentage of the economy, and it's a percentage of the wealth, especially for the very upper middle class and the wealthy, but it's not everything. So this is huge. What we have going on is huge. Governments around the world are making the decision to collapse their economies in order to save lives. And we're not talking tens of thousands of lives, hundreds of thousands of lives, or millions of lives. We're talking hundreds of lives. And I get it. Every life matters. That's true. But at the same time, how many people do you put on the ropes? And people think this is all about money, but I mean, I still got some vision shit I got to do. I got 80% of my dental stuff done before this shit hit the storm. I'm driving around my town. There's not a dentist office open. There's not an eye doctor open. I didn't get my own minor medical taken care of, let alone major medical that a lot of people are suffering with. So this does not make sense. You have people who have made life and death decisions in the last few weeks, either to have a surgery, not have a surgery, to do part of a surgery and find out what the results are and go forward from there. You have my niece. My niece is supposed to have a baby in the next couple days. She found out the hospital she's supposed to have the baby at. Yeah, they don't have a birthing area anymore. Yeah, how you like that? Is that a shocker to to your shit or what? You know, that's a freaking stressful time. And you think you're going to that hospital when your water breaks and that's where you're having the baby. No, you ain't having the baby here. We're somewhere else. So I don't know what to say. This is something major. This is major, people. And with the announcements that have just come in and some boots on the ground information that I have, I don't even want to say it because it upsets me. We got FEMA, UN, and my mind. And we have the National Guard on the ground. Where do you think we have them? We have them in the top three, baby. I don't know what's going on with Illinois. I can't figure it out. They can't quite get in the top three. This is March Madness. We're trying to get down to the Final Four. We obviously know who three of the Final Four are here for March Madness. We got the California Bears. We got the New York Giants. And we got the Washington State. I don't know. We can call them the Goldfinches. Did you guys know that that's our state bird? Or the Washington State Evergreens. Or I don't know. What do you want to call them? We can call them the Washington State, whatever. So that's three out of the top four. But Illinois keeps trying to put its stuff in there. Looks like Chicago's going in. Looked like Illinois was trumping Washington. But they didn't quite pull that off. So, I mean, think about where the airport hubs are. What's up, Houdini? Oh, I'd love for you guys to see my cat, Houdini. Coolest cat ever. Anyway, he knows I'm up to something, so he's taking off. Something's going on, and this is going to be big. And I wanted this weekend. This weekend was going good, and I was hoping Monday would be good. So I'm going to go over here to the chat. This is Q&A. So I don't have an agenda except it's not minor, people. I mean, so crazy thing, Walmart today took my cash. Walmart yesterday wouldn't take cash. Signs on 3 out of my 4 banks that they're cutting hours and cutting the amount of money you can get out. I was in Harbor Freight today and multiple people, someone in line, but then actually the store manager said it. What you see in the store is what you're going to get for the next 2 weeks. Distribution has been shut down. And I know it's just Harbor Freight. I understand it. I don't even know why Harbor Freight's open because freaking Ross isn't open. Freaking Marshfields, I don't know, whatever. 70-80% of the stores are not open in the town where I'm at. So, and I'm a Ross fan. I'm a single guy. My kids are grown. I can buy something that's really close to what I like, but it only costs 30% versus if I went out to what I really like, it'd be 100%. So I like Ross a lot, but they shut down a week ago. I didn't even know. Went in to get some stuff and they got the sign on the door. So, all right. So let's get some shout outs going on here. I already said shout out to Aaron, Willie, Tikakakonrick, Twisted Silver Tongue, Eric, what's up? Yo, yo. We got Cheryl from Jersey, that sweet spiritual vegan. Way to go. Way to be vegan. If not a recession, what do you say it is? I don't know if it's a planned collapse, but it's a collapse. So either a Great Depression or something else. So somebody with a whole bunch of symbols, more like a depression. Yeah, I don't see how we avoid a depression at this point with, 30, 40% down, 34, 40% of the daily businesses down, the ones that you go to and frequent daily. So people are saying planned collapse. Eric, all from a TV. Yeah, but it's actually happened out on the streets too. So completely different. The businesses are shut down, but not closed forever. Does that matter? Well, but have you ever been a business owner? So I've had multiple businesses. I got a bunch of friends that have businesses. You're exactly correct. They're shut down, but a lot of people don't understand even the strong businesses. It's a cash game. Business is a cash game, whatever level you're at. Let's take a really busy bar tavern, okay? Really busy. They do 100 grand a month. 100 grand, that's like 3, 4 grand a day coming in the door. That is some serious cash flow. But you know what they got going out the door daily? 90% of that. So in a week, if they got 25 grand come in from the customers, they got 22 to 23 grand going out the door in payroll, overhead, product, everything, payroll, taxes. So only about 2 grand is hitting the business. So when you talk about closing, so when you got a business and things start slowing down, for the first week or two that it slows down, you do this. You're like, let's hope this doesn't stick. Because if it doesn't stick, you can ride it out. Then if it keeps going down 10, 20%, you're like, I got to make some changes because the 10% is your profit. The 10% determines whether you stay alive, you keep putting cash in the bank, you got to feed this thing. Going from full boat to zero with what the government did, I don't think a business has ever planned for that. That's a freaking shock. You still have full payroll, you haven't talked to your landlord about negotiating leases. You haven't talked to the suppliers about you're going to reduce stuff. Like I'm seeing all these things about people. They're forced. They signed contracts, maybe 3, 6, 12 months contracts, and this isn't food. This is so there was comic book stores, there was clothing stores. I didn't realize this. You have to sign a contract to get your pricing of what you're going to take in. Well, so imagine you got 20, 30, $40,000 worth of product coming in because you think you're going to sell it, make 3, 4,000 profit. I know people don't believe that that's all the profit is. And all of a sudden you're just shut down. Supplier keeps sending the shit to you because you signed an agreement. These companies are in a tight freaking bind. So we got curious, and thanks for going live. You're so welcome. Don't call it a program for no reason. Yeah, I agree with you. DJ, the dollar's toast. The dollar will be toast at some point because we're going to print it into infinity. So the reason the dollar is crushing the Australian dollar and the Canadian dollar and the Mexican peso and others is because such a large percentage of the assets in the world are denominated. That means the deal was written in dollars. So because the deal was written in dollars, you have to repay in dollars. It wasn't written in, you can give us, you can give us $100 billion or 97 billion of these or 92 billion of these or 120 billion of these. No, it was in dollars. So all these other currencies, and I'm just going to say currencies, have to convert over to dollars to settle these outrageous contracts. And so that's pushing the dollar up, crushing other world money. Like, people don't even know that the Australian dollars is trading at like $1.75 right now. So one American dollar buys $1.75 Australian. And people go, oh, that's nice. I would like to travel there. What about the fucking Australians who want to buy something from America or somewhere else around the world, Japan or whatever? Everything just went up 30, 40, 50% for them in a couple weeks. Collapse, shutdown. You ain't going to buy whatever. I don't know what it is. Let's just say it's whatever, a rug, a computer, whatever. 2 weeks later, it's 50, 60, 70% more. You're going to go, oh, let me hold on, man. Let me see what happens. Or, I mean, you ain't going to just like push a button and go, nah, whatever. Yeah, I plan on paying 60, 70% more. So, we got Twisted saying it's been playing out for 75 years. Somebody stole a lot of money, says DJ. New World Order. G says the virus is a lie. Seems to be a US dollar collapse. I mean, I don't know what to make of this virus, honestly. Like, the panic, come on. I got the flu. I don't remember what year. I don't. It was either 2008, 9, or 10. And I know that sounds horrible, but we're in freaking 2020. I literally almost died. I was in my bed for 2 days. I can remember it. And the day that I honestly thought I was going to die, cell phones weren't as prevalent as they are now. I remember rolling out of my bed and I hit the floor, and I remember it took me almost 2 hours. So I had a master bedroom with a bathroom. It took me 2 hours to get from where I hit the floor. Sorry, it's kind of emotional because I honestly thought this might be it, and I didn't have any family at that time. So I had family, but they weren't with me. They weren't, I was a single guy. It took me 2 hours to get in the bathroom and turn the bathroom faucet on and get water. And this is in Washington State. We had, I think it was almost 2,000 people died of the flu that year. And it didn't hit the fucking national news, man. And this bullshit's going on. I'm like, and that one almost got me in my 40s. So this is some kind of weird freaking story that they're playing. Aaron says it seems more like a forced shutdown and takeover of all businesses. Order shut down where I live, except essential services. We don't even have 10 confirmed cases yet. Hey, Aaron, where are you at? So I'm in with you on that. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, please let me know what country, city, whatever. Twisted says there's no epidemic. Eric says it's all staged. Lies, lies, lies. Aaron, totally. Small businesses will be affected the most. People think I saw some videos where there was actually some real legit interviews with business owners. And I got a whole bunch of hate for a few comments I put on there. They were like, oh, you don't realize how business owners pocket money and hide money and all that stuff. Oh, come on, people. I had a couple businesses. I had a couple small businesses, a couple medium ones. I had some of my friends have them. People don't realize, like, you're running off these margins, and 5 to 10% of a large number, whatever it is, 20,000 a month, 100,000 a month, million a month if you're running a good business. 10% of $1 million a month is $100,000, right? But that means you have $900,000 in monthly expenses. So if all of a sudden everything was peachy keen, and all of a sudden there was a smack to the face, and you couldn't understand, it didn't make any sense to you. So you stayed on board for 1 month and didn't have any sales, you just had to find $900,000 for 1 month to keep your business alive. These businesses, these dry cleaners, these these pet shops, these everything, man. And I'm not bragging. If you have any money at all and you're doing any movement at all, do people some favors, okay? I'll be honest. I used to tip $2-3 for my hotel room cleanings. I was like, you know what? They're making whatever, and they're doing 10 of these a day, whatever. Da, da, da. I knew shit was starting to go bad a number of months ago, so I started tipping 4, 5, $6. I was at some hotels in the last few weeks, and kudos to you who also bumped it. You know who you are. I started upping them to $10, 15. The last hotel room I got, you know why? Because I was at a Best Western in a town. It was so freaking sad. Nobody came to breakfast. 3 people, whatever, it looks like one of those freaking insider things. 3 people stayed in the hotel that night. The guy made me a killer deal on the books. Everywhere it said how much it was supposed to be. He's like, let's search for competition at a crazy price. I'll match it. Appreciate that guy. I don't remember his name. And they made me a breakfast, and they had to set it on the table, and then I had to come over to the table. I was the only person in the pool and hot tub that morning. And you know what? I went back up to my room after being at the pool and hot tub and eating breakfast, and it wasn't an expensive room at all. I threw down to 20. That's that lady's last tip. They locked the doors as I left that hotel. So if you got any money, throw it out there. Help these people who a large percentage of their money comes from tips and things like that. So be more generous than I've normally been in most of my life. So Spiritual Vegan says, what's the game plan? We never know the final game plan. Are we being taken hostage? Who said, are we being taken hostage? Oh, shoot, he jumped. Hey, Brian, safe in Mexico. I actually think a lot of places are safe in Mexico. I've never been until a number of years ago, and I went twice. I really like the Mexican people. They seem legit. They don't seem like they're in on the program. So, dang, I got a whole bunch of comments. I'm so sorry for being behind. Let me catch up here real quick. Scott says hello. They own all persons. That's a scary, sad topic to talk about. FEMA death camps. Da 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 da. Oh my gosh, people, you guys went crazy. Are being held hostage? In a way, we are. Yeah, Federal Reserve has been revealed to be the Ponzi scheme. It's a total Ponzi scheme, Sean. And let me see. In the UK, everything evening, all from the UK. Never be the same again. Yeah, lazy at the Cape or something. Yeah, I was talking to my buddy. I've got a number of buddies that have one or multiple small businesses. It's not going to be the same, people. We're not going back. Like, it's so hard to explain. It's kind of like, if you were yourself, if your body was the economy, right? And your hand or your foot got cut off, you ever going to be the same? No. And that's exactly where we're at. So, into the world, I don't know, Jose, if that's where we're at. So, let me see. Hello. Boom, boom, boom. Fiat currency. Yep, it's all fiat currency. Watching from New Zealand. Sweet. RET, 102 cases so far. I mean, so I'm talking, I don't know how many people live in New Zealand. I'm guessing it's one of those countries that has 5, 10, maybe 20 million or something. But I mean, think about this. Like, we had a tornado come through Tennessee, and they stopped at the initial count. It ended up being somewhere between 50 and 100 people died in one day from a tornado. So, not cases, died. So this cases to died ratio is just crazy. So, We got somebody. Grant says, "Say no to Georgia guidelines. Say no to the toilet paper virus." Telemoon vision, Corona. Um, let's see. Yeah, upsetting. Let's see. This is overblown, even if it is real. That's exactly how I feel, Scott. Scott's not from here. Exactly. Viruses are not airborne. And now they're trying to tell us this shit is on paper currency. You're telling me no virus has ever hit paper currency before or anything? Sorry about the burps there. So I want to have a beer tonight. Um, yeah, and even stainless steel. I mean, like, what kind of shit they making up? And they've never had a cure for a virus. A virus. Here's the problem with a virus, if it's even real. I mean, I'm not saying it's not, but a virus is is independent to each body, and each body treats it differently, and each body fights it differently, and you end up with a slightly different strain with a slightly different battle. So coming up with a freaking cure for a virus is bullshit. So great call, Scott. I'm with you. So um they'll take whatever they can. Yep. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it. Something zoo. NFK Zoo. Yeah, they'll try to take what we got and they'll try to settle whatever, and it's just going to be some crazy stuff. Yep, read 1984, watch The Simpsons. Exactly, Scott's. Um, what's up, Philip? What's up, D. Thomas Williamson? Swine flu. Wow, you had it for 4 months. That's crazy. Sorry about that. That'd be insane. The sickest I've ever been. It would be the flu. I had that flu. I think it was 7 to 10 days. And then, I mean, it was a 1 to 2 month before I even felt 70, 80%. So after I had that flu 10 years ago. Um, yeah, LA Young, I hope you're right, says taking down the adrenochrome crew and tough topics that have actually been involved in and done research on. So humans and organs and yeah, I this is how I feel about DSHS, and I have personal experience, and I have experience trying to help friends. Um, yeah, I'm going to leave that there. I don't want to go there; it's too dark. So, um, What's up, Jeff? I think it's a compliance treat for a worldwide shutdown, drop of economy, stealing people's retirements. I don't know if they're stealing it, Jeff. I think it's actually been a Ponzi scheme all along, and uh, it's a house of cards. And it's one of those things. I mean, a number of people who have education like me have seen it for 2, 3 years, but you never know when it's going to happen, right? You don't. You can put one more card on. You're like, fuck. We can put one more card on the house of cards. I don't know if you ever build a house of cards. I actually have, and you're shocked sometimes. You're like, shit, another one. Wow, I went up another level. That thing was wobbling one level ago, and now it's hanging on. So it's finally crashed. So um, it's not about the money. Exactly. They take our money just to be evil because exactly as Scott says, they can print or to create. They throw a zero on the end, zero on the end. They got all the money they want. They don't need our money. It's just to cause us pain. So Aaron says, country here is about to pump country full of cash. Same here. They're going to go into the trillions, multiple trillions, because the problem is because you have the base money that goes up to the real estate, the stocks, and it's a pyramid. It keeps going up. It's a reverse pyramid, and each level keeps being built on the smaller level, and we're up into the hundreds of trillions. So the problem is as the levels drop off, it's not a pyramid like this where you're like, oh, we have to replace that little piece up there. It's a pyramid this way, and we have to replace a huge amount. And there's just no way because so I figured they've got to get 20 trillion back into the American. This is just the American economy now, and spent like on literal stuff. Okay, you got 100 million households with their made up numbers. That's 200,000 per household. So the government needs to cut a check for 200,000 right now to you your household, and you need to spend it right now on legitimate stuff. It's not even physically feasible, possible, or anything. So they can't pull this thing. They can't pull this thing out of the freaking, you know, out of the gutter. So, um, Aaron, I still want to know where you're from. You keep saying stuff, and I don't know where you're from. Tiger says same in Canada. We'll see what happens. What town? I'm down in Tennessee. Absolutely planned, says Curious. Can't believe they're getting away. I can't believe they could pull this off either. I've got tons of friends that are in the healthcare industry. I got regular people. I'm like, I mean, okay, we're 7 degrees of separation, they say, right? From everybody. But let's not even go there. Let's just talk about your first round. You got 300 people, times 300 is like 100,000. So out of the people so if 100,000 people between who you know and who they know, and nobody knows somebody who that they know has died, what are we even talking about? What is this freaking game? Come on, we should all have hundreds of people, whether we know them personally or they're a friend or relative of a very close friend or relative of ours. And it's not that way. So, I mean, what the hell's going on? Um, average Joe. Come on, hey, Aaron, where you at? I see what you're saying, and I agree with it, but I don't know where you're from. Yeah, Starshine, I hope it's not to deal with the 70 and over. That would eliminate a lot of social burden, right? Getting rid of the Social Security pension and all that stuff, people. Tiger says, what's been planned? God may turn for good, possibly. Very possibly. Fake. Public hugging. Yeah, Curious, go for it. Screw this social distancing or whatever the hell they're talking about. So, I mean, what a bunch of bullshit. So, all right, I like that, Tiger. Someone needs to set up Twister events all over the place. F social distancing. I'm totally down with it. I don't have a Twister game. I had one for years, played it. All right. Played it with my kids, had some good times, also had some adult times and stuff. Yeah, let's bring that back, man. Let's uh let's do that. So I'm totally down with you. Screw social distancing. Social distancing is not fun. All right, we got a bunch of people giving love on Tiger. That's awesome. So public hugging, bring it out, man. I'll give somebody a hug. I don't give a shit. I mean, unless they look like they're dying and they're coughing, okay. But outside that, whatever, man. Our body energy is worth way more than that. So, Curious says I've been feeling really down about my job, being safe, a lot of turmoil. It's beyond unfair. Yeah, hey man, hang in there, Curious. And you're not alone. So it's a tough situation to be in, right? Like, I mean, you're playing the game that they told you should play. You were playing by the rules. You were doing what you should, and then now, bam, you've been put in the corner over here, right? So um, if you got any friends or family, reach out to them just to keep good contact and be super diligent about your money and uh, just try to spend it as frugally as possible and just be transparent with people, with friends and family. If you're in a situation where for the next week or month it isn't going to play out well for you financially, let people know. Yeah. People love you and people care about you. So they don't know this. If their world is, damn, I planned for a 2-month emergency, good for me. People kind of have this mentality where they think, oh, everybody planned for a 2-month emergency. They don't know your reality. And you can say, you know what? Remember that car? Yeah, I paid it off. It had an engine problem and I fixed the engine problem. I thought, I was going to make it up over the next 2-3 paychecks. It didn't play out that way. I mean, I think if you're honest with people who really care about you, they'll step up. They'll step up more than you know. So Philip, total control. Yeah, they already have major control, and this could take them to the next level of total control. So, um, do, do, do. Tasmania. Aaron Haywood 2.0 is from Tasmania, Australia. So I believe that that is the little island that is down below Australia. So very cool that you're on here because you're well, I guess it'd be like 9 a.m. or something for you, right? It's 9 p.m. for me. So, but thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Can you elaborate? The other day says Twisted. Poking the bear. Took down a couple videos from my channel after you mentioned that the other night. I don't know exactly what that means, but well, I know. I mean, it just depends on what truth level you're on. I mean, I know someone that was taken, that was just berated and destroyed over showing some personal truth over beating cancer. I know other people just showing truth, how the world works. Um, my buddy from Enslaved by No Media about showing truth about where we live. I mean, that's all we're trying to share. Him and I were just trying to share about truth about where we live. We're like, really? We're going to get beat up about this shit? You guys are going to attack our finances, our family life, our electronic life, our emotional life. Like, really? You're trying to hide that? That's crazy. So, um, you guys don't have to retrace your comments unless you just don't feel comfortable about them being out there. So, why lock down the states except for essential items? Yeah, that's the only place to go anyway. Yeah. So, hey, tell me how to say your name. I'm gonna call you TK. Great comments, by the way. Yeah, it looks like they're going to lock states down independently. Exactly. I mean, like I said, I was up in Indiana and I got some flack in Illinois. This is a week ago now, right in there within a day or so. And they were telling me I wasn't going to be able to go in and out. So it looks like states are being very particular. And I mean, they just keep pounding California, New York, and Washington State, not Washington, D.C. Man, you're out here and you start talking to somebody and they understand you. They say Russell Wilson, they say Seahawks, and then they're like, yeah, I hate D.C. And I'm always like, D.C.? No, I said, no, no, no. We were talking about Washington State. Like, I actually don't think people know that the Seahawks and Seattle is in Washington State. It's not over here in DC. So um, anyway, but I'm down here close to DC, so that's what people think. So help the elderly, exactly. Damn, I let that go by today. I was doing other stuff, and then I was having a good time, and then I was talking to family, and then the freaking rain like dumped. I want to go to my elderly neighbors and check on them. You know what? Hey, Scott's not from here. I'm gonna do that for sure tomorrow. I got sticky notes. I'm gonna knock. Some of them don't answer because they're kind of scared. Put my number on there. I'm gonna put my house number just so that they know. Say, hey, I'm a neighbor. I'm here to help if you need anything. So 1 p.m. in Tasmania, Tasmania Devil. Scott Harrison is in the house from UK. That is amazing. Says, hi, Jason. Hi, everyone. Because I think he's like 5 hours. Dude, it's like 2 a.m., bro. So, I still want to come see you, Scott Harrison. I tried to do it a year or two ago. I will do it anytime. Now they're blocking our flights, bro. This is why we had to do it before. Scott Harrison saved my life, in case nobody knows. So he's got a great YouTube channel. He's a gamer. He's a YouTuber. Uh, yeah, good stuff. Kit Kat guy. I don't know. Tiny island, Tasmania. Everyone knows everyone or is connected. No virus outbreak here. The media won't be able to lie. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Somebody says, I love Enslaved by No Media. That's awesome. We care about you guys, man. We just try to bring you the truth. So, Enslaved, I think, is doing good. text him again today. Scott to do. Scott Harrison, same to you. Good name. It's my brother's name too, so Scott is a really good name. Scott Harrison in the UK. I think that's right, right? Hey Scott, if I'm wrong, let me know. Just been closed down here. Shit. That's crazy. I didn't think McDonald's. He says McDonald's been closed. I didn't think McDonald's would get closed. That's a rare one. Twisted says, yes, I understand more than you know what I'm talking about. Do you think that you're bought? No media, what? Targeted because of your truth videos. Do you think that you or your bod? No media wear. I don't know what that means. But I kind of maybe know. Yes. If you're talking about vibration, if you're talking about hertz rate and things like that, I experienced some incredible difficulties. So, Manchester, UK, Scott Harrison in the house. He puts out great videos. He put out one the other day. I didn't watch it all, Scott. I'll be honest. I watched the first few minutes. I had some stuff to do. He bounces on key topics, and something else that Scott Harrison is big on is, and it's something that I covered when I was making videos, not live streams. And I'll tie it in just right now. Even though I feel this is more pressing than anything, what we have going on is, for lack of a better term, we call it the Mandela effect. And so that there is a large group of us who are aware of and see changes in events that occur that just a crazy thing. Maybe timeline jumping, maybe, don't know. We don't know what it is. So Scott Harrison says, spare room, dude. Oh, I'm there. They're locking us down, bro. But I will come. You know I will come. I'm a traveler. I traveled the whole country this last year and a half, and I landed down here in the South. It's pretty easy to get almost everywhere in the South. So, sweet, Scott. It's not from here. Has been Mandela affected since 2016. Yeah, I would agree with that too for myself. Possibly way sooner, just not aware. So I call myself Mandela affected and aware since 2016. And Scott Harrison says the coronavirus is a Mandela effect. It's been around since the 60s, probably. I know you put up the spray bottle, and I did see. You know, it was crazy. I was going through. Man, it doesn't matter. I got a lot of books. I used to have a ton, but before I moved out, I got rid of them. And there was one that actually it had some medical stuff in it, and it talked about the whatever the actual term is of the coronavirus. I don't know, COVID something, whatever. And it was from like 20 years ago. And I'm like, this shit's been around. This is like the 19 is a version of it. And the 19 is not even the version that's necessarily in you. It's a virus that kind of just regenerates every year or multiple years, and bounces around. And it's just crazy that they're bullshit, people. It's bullshit. So you know what? I'm going to end this because it's late. And please take, if you're invested in the coronavirus, that's great. But please take the coronavirus, whether you're invested in it or not, and take it and set it over here or over here. And watch and listen to everything else they're doing. And they attach the coronavirus to all of it. Don't attach the coronavirus to it. Watch and listen everything they are doing. When I say they, I'm talking about the federal government, the state government, and the local government. You have to pay attention to what they're doing. I mean, I could just go down the list, and you have to go to yourself, has this ever been done before? Is this a normal recession? Why would, before they're laying off people, would they make it optional if you want to pay rent? why would they, before they're laying off people, be writing plans about sending you checks for $1,000 or $2,000? Analyze what's going on and go back even further. President Trump massively pumping up the military. Like, just even write them down on a piece of paper. You don't have to like analyze every one of them for hours. Just write them down and your little mind will run on it. Look at everything they've done in the last few years, especially the last few months, and even the last few weeks, and ask yourself, is this a minor recession or is this some major agenda that they have going on? So, wow, the chat blew up, and no Happy Meals, says Starshine. That's horrible. Pre-planned event, says Scott Harrison. They announced it in October of 2019, even named the coronavirus the WHO. World. I did see something in relation to that just in my own research. World Health Organization. So, hey guys, I love you so much. It's been 46 minutes. I had a ton of comments. I love it. 28 people watching, 10 likes. If you give me some more likes, that'd be fantastic. Has nothing to do with advertising or anything like that, because I've been demonetized since the day I got on YouTube. They don't like the truth. So, good night. Event 201, exactly. This is the planned pandemic, says Scott from No Here. All right, guys. Love you so much. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for finding me, even though I'm not even putting anything up. So, hey, check this out. I didn't even realize. So, this is New York, and this is one of my favorite. This is actually a huge wall art of New York that I bought years ago. So, I bought that before I went. I was hoping to go to New York. So, and I got to, and I got the hat. And these are my wonderful daughters over here. This is like 10 years ago. Love these girls. And yeah. And I got a couple. I call them stepkids. Probably my ex-wife hates that I do that because I was only their stepdad for a little time, but known them for years, and I love those kids too. So yeah. And love light beer. Never even heard of this beer right here. So it's supposedly the oldest beer in America. And I mean, I'm not that young. I'm not stupid. And I didn't hear about it until last summer in Boston, because they tell us, at least me, they tell us on the West Coast that Budweiser is the oldest. And I mean, like you get out here on the East Coast and they tell you I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Jungling or something like that is the oldest beer. So bye all, night all. Cheryl, Philip, these people hopped in and they're saying bye and they didn't even ever comment. I'm going to be back on. I'm going to try to maybe daily, at least every other day, because this is some scary shit. Get some food, get some cash. Make sure you have room on your credit card. Fuck, they're fucking me again. They did this in 2008. Yeah. Whatever. I got some $2,000 credit cards, got declined, found out my credit limit's been dropped to $1,000, because you better not you better not trust Jason Maggard with more than $1,000 of credit. All right. See you guys. Bye. Cancel auto payments. Grade 1 physical. I'm with you. It's bullshit. Make them try to get the money from you.